from Training.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. We are finishing up Nick's discussion on Semantic Find, day 3, which will be really interesting. AI is continuing to become more and more ubiquitous, so it's one of those things where you need to learn it so you don't get left behind. Nick has been spending a lot of time learning it and sharing with the community, which is really awesome, particularly since the script steps in FileMaker, while they totally work, are also a little, frankly, more difficult to wrap your head around without assistance. So, okay, if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to give one of these bundles a try. Once in a while I get someone that goes like, "Hey Margaret, live streams are cool, don't like the format." They generally need shorter, more animated, like concise topics. Streams are kind of meandering by nature, not a bad thing. We enjoy talking with the community, but it doesn't work for everyone. If that's the case for you, I suggest you go pick up the annual subscription bundle. Secondly, if you need a FileMaker assistance and you don't want to do it yourself, we have a host of senior engineers, Nick included, who are happy to help you. Feel free to give us an email at support@rcconsulting.com. Thirdly, Nick is looking to do kind of like a little mini makeover. I'm going to call it a mini makeover. We did this once with Ken. We did it for like several weeks. But we're not going to quite do it this time. But Nick is asking for you to submit your files so that you can my brain's having a really inopportune moment of dying. Basically, you can get it fixed up in live. So, Nick, what do you kind of do? Like little UI fixes and performance
Yeah, I
work?
mean, another way we say, okay, so if you have a file, you say, hey, I want advice for UI, for example, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I want to fix the performance on this, or like you have a challenge, something doesn't work, or you want a UI stuff, or stuff like this. Send us files with what you want, and then we can work on. Sometimes it can be even if it's simple. We can do like one day, and I can also show you my thinking process, right?
Mm-hmm.
How I'm, figure out things, and how because most of the developers, they say, oh, just by a glance on the relationship map, I know your problem, right? So yeah, I can teach you things like this, how to apprehend problems, in a file, and stuff like this. The discussion is so vast that it depends on the file. So send us the file with what you would
Yes.
like to see, and we will make it.
Speaking of sent files, Shiegel sent us the one he was having issues with. So
Okay,
I
so
tossed it to you in Slack.
yeah, so first I'm going to do my thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end we do the
We will do some bug shenanigans. Yeah.
yeah, okay,
Cool.
because I don't want to, because
You don't want
I'm
to
half,
derail the
yeah,
middle.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
letting you
yeah.
know that you've got it. So
Okay,
I'm going
cool.
to stop sharing and you're going to share yours.
Okay, so today we continue on this semantic find. So I hope you got the point. It is powerful. It is a really nice feature. Okay, I just gave you one example, but it can, it can work on many things. Anything, by the way. It doesn't cost much in terms of, uh, what's the name? In terms of tokens and bandwidth, and it's very light. It's very light. And it doesn't, and it does what I like to do for many years, right? And I see many applications on this, uh, using probability. For example, I have an example where this will work pretty well. It's like, for example, you have an address, right? And you have a name, and so you have a list of address and names, and you want to run against another list of address and name you have in your files, and you want to figure out if you have it. You know what I mean? So if the file you just received, you have a similarity in your other file. So it could be powerful if you come with the right application, right? Of course, it doesn't replace Perform Find. I hate Claris for that because they name the feature badly. It is not a find. It is not, because find in, so the engineer we did that at Claris doesn't have a good understanding of FileMaker, because find in FileMaker has a meaning, right? You know what I mean? It's not like finding something. No, find has a FileMaker meaning, okay? So using the word find in a script step mislead completely the people, in my opinion, right? They should have said perform semantic order, not a find, because it's not a find. You know what I mean? It's not doing a find. It's not. So that's why it's misleading you. It's not a find. It's just that based on a list of records, right? On the found set, well, you're going, for each record, you're going to build an index of possible meanings. And then when you ask something, a semantic question, against that index, it will return, let's say that it will return the same found set, ordered, sorted by similarity, right? This is what it's doing. So before we go further, I want to show you, for example, if I do a semantic search on the combined field, you remember yesterday I built this combined field, which is the brand, the category, the keywords, issues, and repair in one field, you know? So if I'm doing a perform semantic find on that field, on this, for example, I'm looking for injector replaced Chevrolet, okay? So if I search for this, it's going to sort, right, by similarities. It's going to give me a score, okay? And then is going to sort, is going to present that found set by the order, you know, by this. But it's not sorted. I mean, it is sorted, but there's no sort order for that, you know? There's none. For example, if let's say I'm unsorting this and I do it again, right? Well, yeah, it sort this. Okay, you do the sort like this. You do the sort on this. Okay, cool. So I do the sort. So you can sort again, right? Let's say you unsort this, right? So you can sort again by this, right? Some field order are invalid, they can only sort. Or you cannot do it. Some field in the sort order are invalid. Okay, so you cannot do it. The function, so I didn't know that, I just discovered. This function has an implicit sort in the step, but you cannot call it again, right? You know, if I call this, he said no, right? So yeah. Anyway, so I don't want to derail my explanation. So I have a score. So you will tell me how to get the score. The score doesn't come automatically, right? The score here come from this. When you're here, when you say perform semantic and you filled up all the thing here, the model, you go here and you say save results. And you're going to save the results in a field, right? Or in a variable. I prefer the variable than a field. That so I'm saving this in the variable. So that means when you perform the step, right, it will save the results in a variable here, and this is what you get, right? Oops, right? So since this is a JSON, FileMaker Pro 25, 22, whatever you want to call it, has a new feature in the current data viewer current. And when you open a variable here, and the variable happen to be a JSON, you can format it, right? So it's like JSON format element, right? That's what it does. But you have here in the data viewer. So what is this? You have a record ID and the score. Record ID, score, 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 score. So, and this is ordered, right? This is ordered in the same order of this. So the first is the record ID 2246 0544. See? It matches. The second one is the record ID 2300 and is 054034. 054034. So this order here is the same as the order here. Correct? When we say record ID, what is this? Well, is the get record ID. It's the internal ID of the record. FileMaker, each time you create a record, creates an ID for that record, right? So this is it. What you see here, right, is the record ID, the FileMaker record ID. But it is useless for me. For this application, it is useless. But it's there, so they did that, right? And you have the similarity. Okay? So how I can extract that similarity, okay, and put it here? Put it in the field. Well, remember, it's JSON. It's JSON. So each record here is listed in that JSON file, right? In my global variable. So just what I need to do is this, using the JSON tool, right? Since it is a JSON, right? So I have my JSON results nodes or whatever. Let's get this one. Oh, that's why it doesn't work. Oh, repair. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, repair. I want the combined one. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the one I want. Okay, this is the one I want. The combined. Okay. So it is a JSON. So let's read this let's read this. Remember? Remember that. Okay? So now, if I say my record number, I am in the record number 1. So the JSON get elements. If you format like this, right? If you format the text like this, it will return from this array, you want similarities, right, of the first record, right? Correct? If I do this, I get the second one, dot 5399, right? Why? Why is not doing it? Why is it? Oh yeah, here, second. Yeah, because that will be 0. The first is 0, right? The first is 0. Then you have that the first, that the 05441, 05441. The second one is 1. This is how JSON works. You know, here the 1, this is this one. Okay? Then you have the 2 is the third, because this is the record 0. Okay? Sorry, this is how JSON works. So what will be the 0, 1, 2, 3, 1? Well, it's the record number. So here, let's say you do this. And get record number, not the record ID, the record number, and this. Well, see, I do this, the record number, look what happened. Right? But I should say record number -1, because otherwise I'm off, okay? Because that will be the record number 1, but for JSON is record number 0. FileMaker return 1, but JSON needs 0 here. If I go there, that will be the second record for FileMaker, but the 1 here for, you know, so look this here. Look the result here. If I go there, I take the first, right? So it's the record, but inside my JSON, I'm getting from my list, remember? I'm getting the first, because this is in the list, is the first record, is the first data, right? So I get this one for the first record in the found set, this one for the second record, this one for the third, this one for the fourth, etc., etc., etc. Right? This is how I get this is how I transfer the score from my results into this score field. Okay? I really don't need it. I mean, to get the function working, you don't need it. But if you want to see the score, ergo get some information about the score, like I have here, moderately related, weakly related. So if you want something like this, you need to get this first, and then you get this. You understand? Right? So that's why sometimes we want the score, right? So I want to show you how to get the score. Then to get this, well, I build for you a nice custom function, right? Which is the score. When the score is superior than this, extremely similar, strongly semantic match, moderately related, weak match, almost unrelated. So you have, right? You have the scale. So ChatGPT, since ChatGPT generates the score, I ask ChatGPT, give me like a scale, right? Correct? But maybe I will ask ChatGPT to give me a more precise scale than this. Okay? So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to ChatGPT here. Give me a more precise scale about because I need to give him about semantic about perform semantic find score you gave back. So I'm using the thinking here, right? So I'm using because now we have a better. That's why I said Claude is destroyed by ChatGPT on when you have the paid version, right? So because here I can say, okay, I want the thinking, right? The pro takes too long for this type of thing. I don't really need to have the pro, but you have the thinking that thinks longer for better answer. And when you ask for this, you say, oh, I want the standard thinking, the light thinking, standard, extended, or heavy. Okay? Right? So yeah, he gave me a better one. And he gave me my case, right? So I can copy the case, right? So he gave me a better scale, right? So, oh, the full case I copy. Okay, so I paste this. So I have a better scale now, right? Okay, see? So now, because my scale was too loose. The scale I had before was way too loose, right? Way too like too short. I don't know how to call that, right? So that's why it was always moderate, moderate, moderate. Yeah, but moderate doesn't mean anything, right? So here we have some, you know, some better results related. We know that related, right? Same topic, right? So we have a better. So what the scale he gave me? So let's say near duplicate paraphrase. So that means if I you know I get let's try, for example, if I look for if I go here, right? Yeah, but to look for this. So let's do let's go there. And I want to look for this. For example, so for this record, I want to look for exact this. So I expect to be the related score like identical, okay? So let's try. Path. correct? It worked because I looked using this as the search criteria. So it gave me a 9647, like near duplicate paraphrase. Then he said strong Y is because it's the same, but not the same brand. Correct? Right? So, and here, yeah, okay, it's the same, are pretty much the same thing, but it's missing some pieces from the first one. It's missing those, right? So he said good semantic. So now you see it in full, but the scale is better now. Okay, the scale of this, the analysis of this. So, but you see, it works. It works very well. Okay, so because also what maybe you didn't know is that yes, you can search for something that big. How you can do a perform find on something like this, right? So don't. So that's why it's not a perform find. It's not a quick find. It's not a find. It's not a perform find. It's not a whatever. It's not a search. It won't create any font sets unless you specifically ask to reduce the font set for you. Okay, but it is very powerful if you understood the semantic. I think so, because 3 days that I'm trying to get you understand. So I hope you got the point. So do we have questions?
Someone pointing out that one would be the second record, because JSON is zero based.
Yeah, it's off one is off one unit because JSON start at 0 and FileMaker start at 1. So to make the 0 the first, I take 1 minus 1, and so that means 1 minus 1 equals 0, 2 minus 1 equals 1, 3 minus 1 equals 2, etc. Right? So no questions, so we continue.
We do have, there's someone asking about that view that you're on, if that table view is an option in Windows. I think it's like a baseline FileMaker feature, right?
Yeah, it's this yeah, it's in new 25, 22. I don't know how to call it. Oops, sorry, I messed up this. It's it's a new when you are in this apex blue,
Mm-hmm.
this is what comes in table view. So this is the view, list view, and table view is coming like this,
There you go.
which is nice. That's why I leave it. And yeah, they pick green because now green is the FileMaker.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I miss the icon of before.
So do I, honestly.
No, the book, you know,
The
and
actual file folder? Yeah.
yeah, the not the book, no, the file folder thingy. FileMaker 3 was I don't know if you remember. That was funny because we had plenty of fun with this at FileMaker when I was over there. FileMaker Pro 3.0 icon. 3.0. It was a building. Yeah, this one. It was a building. Remember that?
Oh, yes. Okay, that's like archaic. Yes, that's long.
Yeah, Yeah, FileMaker free, and we were making jokes saying, "Oh yeah, there's people on top of the building jumping, suiciding," you know, because at one point they put people on top of the building, you know, and people and and we say, okay, why the people are, you know, so this was the most unusual icon for, you know, for FileMaker. And then they came with this, you know, and then they came with this, this is 11 or 6. No, this is 6, right? This is 6. I don't know. They change over time, you know. This one, my favorite. This one. Oh, here you have all the icons. What is missing? That was FileMaker, that was Claris back in the day. That 2.0, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. And then when they did the transition to macOS 10, 11, and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 19, 20, 21. Yeah, okay. So now let's talk about, before we go further, other question? We don't have any question?
Nope, we're good at the moment, so you're good to keep going.
Okay. So I want to talk about, if I found again my, where's my, don't tell me that I closed the window. Yeah, I think so. I closed the window. No, it should be here. It should be here. Yeah, it's here. Okay. So let's talk about the parameters. You know, when we generate, so that is the parameters, right? When we generate the index, the embedding index, right? So is when we perform this, right? Here we have, at the end, here we have parameters. So what do we expect to put there? Okay. So remember, we have parameters that only exists for OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, right? So you say OpenAI only, right? Okay. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Well, Claude, whatever, you can go there if you want, but you're missing. But I agree on something. Maybe you will have a better results with the free version of Claude to generate PDFs than the free version of ChatGPT, maybe. But if you want to do any serious work using AI, you must pay. I'm sorry to you know, to come with a bad news, right? It's like, oh, I want free internet, right? But you want like optical fiber, 5 GB per second connection up and down for free, but it's not going to happen, right? Or if you want something like that, for example, in the US, right? You need to go to the business branch of Comcast or AT&T, stuff like that. It's almost $200, even $250 a month internet connection, right? So we are in the same business here, right? You have the free version, you have the cheap version, and then you have the pro version. Well, it's the same thing, right? It's depends what you want to do, okay? And but yeah, it's unfortunately despite what some people in the East Coast think, there's no such thing that free stuff doesn't exist. Okay, so but our depends if you really, really want. I mean, to do this, you can use a free version. It won't make a difference to use AI to do this, to do the semantic, right? If you want to build FileMaker scripts and logic and calculation and stuff like that, or even use your for data, or analyzing data, stuff like this for the customer, you need to go to the pay version. Anyway, so here, let's close this. So here you have, maybe I can ask ChatGPT to oh no, these are not ones. Okay, I will ask ChatGPT to come with a PDF on this with all of this. So you select this. Why I can't do this? Oh, it's because I'm stuck on this. Anyway, I'm going to generate a PDF for you. I can copy this and send it to you, Marge, and you can send to the right.
Mm-hmm.
It looks bad, but anyway. So this is a parameter you need to send, right? So how many records to batch per API call? Okay. So because what you need to do here, right? So you can say 20, the larger batch equal fewer calls, faster but bigger payload. Okay. So if you put nothing, you send like your wall pound set, right? Retry when a call failed. 5, raise if your host or provider is flaky. Okay? Which is, I don't expect that to happen, because we all have a good max retry, max pair back off when wait between retries, how many you want to, so you can tinker with this. Truncate token limits, so you can limit your token stuff. So you have some example here what you can do. But the most important is how you need to pass the parameters to the AI. And this is how you need to do it. You need to send using a JSON stuff, right? So here you have 3 examples. So I'm going to send that to you, right? So here we have set variable, parameters, okay? And I'm sending this, okay? So we have the parameters fast, okay? Then we have the parameters friendly, right? And then we have the parameters mixed, okay? And I'm going to, so I'm going to copy this and put it in a comment here for you, okay? Then we have this one. Then we have this one. And then we have, oops, I, this one, right? Then you can understand what that means. And you can play with your parameters here, right? So actually, could be better if I do this. So you use one.
Nick, your
Yes.
audio just cut out. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wait.
okay. Sorry. No, oh, my internet connection. Yeah, there's a storm here. I mean, like there's thunderstorm. No, maybe my internet is flaky.
Ah, got it.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Where I need to come back, Marge?
No, you cut out just for like a very brief moment. You're good.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay, okay, okay. So, when you want to call the parameters, you just put that here, right? So you click. Sorry, it's cut off. So you click here, parameters, and you call the parameters, right? For all of them. So you have, you generate the parameters, right? So you select, say, okay, I want, if you want, you deactivate those two and you select this one. So now it will use this parameter for all of those. If you deactivate this one and you activate this one, boom, it will use this one for all of those. So that's why it's good to have one name identical, right? And then here, this will generate a different parameter, but you don't have to change 3 times the name, right? Or you put none, and then it will put none. Better if I do that. That's something like Christian Schmidt need to none. Yeah. Then it doesn't. That's the MBS plugin. If I call a variable that doesn't exist, right? Well, it make this, it make this mess. So we need to at least have a variable name, even if it's empty, right? So anyway, so this is what about that was just but to be honest with you, we don't really need that, right? Uh, so you can, you know, accuracy and speed is a big win. I didn't read that, by the way. Turn off truncation. So maybe I can give you this, okay? Here. Um, let's call that parameter tips. Let's call that tips. Okay. So you have this, then you can, yeah, I don't need that to be there. Okay. Right? So you have explanation, and then you can use the parameters, right? Correct? David Angel is typing. So
mm-hmm.
at the same time, I'm going to download. So you said you send me the file. Yeah, I got it.
Yes, you should have the
Okay.
file in your Slack.
Yeah, yeah. Downloading it. Okay. Yeah.
David says could create a case to choose the one we'll use without disabling.
Yeah, yeah, sure. But you can do that. Have a like an option at the beginning, or use a case inside. But it's a big. You know, I don't like the big case. It's a bit complicated. Um, so okay. What the? Yeah, I need the access of the file.
Oh,
Uh,
does you? Oh, it's admin.
okay. So semantic search. Okay. Where's your configure? Okay. Fake key. You have a fake key somewhere?
What Shiegel said was this is the vector file I was talking about. I had to create it as
Okay, so
mine as
I need
yeah,
to put mine. Okay.
yes. I've of course stripped out the AI keys and such, which are custom functions. Basically, just to show you the script that I used. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to put mine. Oh no. But mine, I need to go to my AI account. Hold on. Search semantic find. So let's see. Yeah, but you have one record. You want to make a find on one record? Um,
Shiegel, yeah, what are you trying to
yeah,
do?
yeah, because there's one record here. So you want to do a semantics find on what?
What is the if you read the notes field, what does it say?
Yeah, but if I don't have records, I can't really find the problem. So search, okay, okay, 29, okay, all record, targets, embedding. You don't need to do that all the time, though. Uh, you do that at the opening of the file. You configure, you open it, and that's it. You don't need to do it again and again and again and again each time. Do it one boom. You call that name OpenAI, embedding free large source, a contact, semantic search, a contact, solution embedding. Yeah, but I understand you got like 250,000 records, but which type of records? That's the problem. I was expecting you give me some data because it's a container. Uh, yeah, global. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I don't know what you do with globals. So uh, embed. Okay, hold on. Search. It's a global. Are you using search? No, you're not using search. Yeah. Search, embedding. The search is where you look for something. Yeah, we can have this. But the search embedding is a global. Well,
Yes, it
okay,
can't be a
so
global.
search embedding, because your naming is so confusing here. Okay, so
Oh,
those
those are
two are
two
not.
are different. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
related
yeah.
to,
It's
yeah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's okay. Okay, embedding containers and ACOM. Okay, you have an auto entry calculation here. What it is? Nodes, large node. Okay, okay. Well, I don't know. If I don't see anything, I don't see anything wrong. So hold on here. Hold on. So why you limit to 30? Don't limit the return count. Um, Embedding or record. I don't see where the problem is. Okay. Um, okay. Text embedding. They put text embedding free inside the semantic find stage. This is the number one mistake. Um, yeah, and where that would be a mistake though? Hmm. I don't think this is a reason because if you use this, we're using the text embedding free large, and then the search, the text embedding free large. Well, you know. Okay, let me do it again with the extended. Um, can you tell me? Okay, let's do it again in the new chat. Chat. Oh yeah, but no, no, new chat with the thinking, with the better thinking. We'll see. Yes, David Angel. So while do this, could create a case to choose. Yeah, okay. Without disabling. Yes, could create a case. Yeah, yeah, David Angel, you can. Yes, that's the reason why it's doing this. This is not a good because you code it once, hard coded, you code it another time, hard coded. Maybe you do a mistake. Okay, so that's why if you want to do it clear, you do this. You configure your AI with everything you need. Okay, the small, the large, the API, the account name, okay, to everything, the model. Okay, so you have all of this, right? So then you go there and say, okay, which model you use? Okay, I'm using this model, right? So you call the same always, right? So but you declare once here at the beginning, you declare all your stuff. Okay, so and then because you don't need to do the configure AI each time you click here, each time you don't need, you know, you don't need to log in. You log in with this account name and then you call this account name on all your, that's it. You don't need to do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again. And actually that hurts. You open, is like, okay, let's open the same file once, twice. Let's open FileMaker 10 times in your computer with the same file. Each time you want to go to a new record, oh no, let's download a new FileMaker, install a new FileMaker, and open the file again. It's the same thing. It's hurting. Okay, so here we have the answer. I can actually see the screenshot you attached. My internet image viewer showing an error. Okay. Extended. So let me download. Okay, let's think it. So yeah, it's good to do that. You configure. Then I have this to test. This is my test, you know. This is a test AI or configuration, right? Sometimes it doesn't work, right? Sometimes you hear it doesn't work, but you don't know if if your connection is good or not. So that's why I said I built this. I have a variable that said if I have an error on this, I want to know it and put it here. Otherwise, say okay, you know. So for example, here I have no AI connection, so I need to do it. So and so let's do this. Now, if I go there, I have this. Okay, I have my model is GPT-5, right? I have my embedded model small, my embedded model large, my account name that I'm using for all my calls, everything that I don't need to do it again. It did it okay. And I passed. It worked, you know, it passed. He said, okay, right? But if you want to make sure you can test the AI and you click here. So I made this small script for you. It goes to over there, say hello, and say hello, thanks for testing. So if I get a response, that means I'm connected, right? So that's good. You know, like a quick test, right? You can ask whatever you want here, right? Just a test to see. So it works, right? But then after that, I don't see any problem. You say, okay, you have insert embedding. So you have pretty much the same, right? Oh, the replace target content, maybe. That's very important. Actually, you do the embedding and then the search, which is not a search. It's semantic. Uh, yeah, configure open tuk tuk field. Replace show summary target. Okay, yeah, you have everything. I don't know. I have no data, so I cannot do anything. Let's see if okay, he's double checking. Okay. See, all the reasoning is doing here, right? All the reasoning is doing for my question is going there, 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 and five more, you know, is searching for documentation. And I'm not sure Claude is going that deep. No, I'm not sure. I don't see, I never saw anything that deep on Claude stuff. So I don't know why the entire FileMaker community is in bed with Claude. I have no idea. I think maybe I have an idea, one prominent figure in the FileMaker community named TG once said that's the best, and then everybody flocked there. But you know, okay, so let's say what he says. They never run the embedding scripts. Yeah, so I don't know if you did that. If you did that first, and then this. because it was like this. I think you were doing that first, and then no, I don't know. Who is the name? Uh, it's not even there. The guy would send that. Hello?
No, he's
Hel-
not at the moment. So
Yeah,
sorry,
okay,
I was
yeah.
muted.
So yeah, so I don't know, but
He can
uh,
watch the recording.
yeah. So I think yeah. So never run embedding scripts. Each time, okay. So let's recap it a bit. You know, actually, I can you know let me okay. So FileMaker need vectors. We call that vectors to um, be able to analyze search a search context, right? Then it can run through a font set and give you like a sorting based on probabilities about what you ask, against one field or the combination of multiple fields. I showed you that. Before you need to index, before to do a search or find, whatever they call it, before to do a find, you know, before to do a find, you need to insert the embedding index or vector. Okay? So that you need this. You need to do, okay, this is my issue field, get the info, get the data, and give me here the vectors based on this. And you can do it on all the field you want. I did for issues, I did for repairs, and I did for the combination of brand, issue, repair, categories, type, whatever. Okay? So this is for one field, another field, or all the fields. Okay? You can run it. But, so if you make a change in that field, you need to run that again. If you change one letter, well, the vector is no longer valid, pretty much. You need to reinsert the embedding, right? So you need to run this first, and then, but you don't need to run this every time. You run this when you make a change. When you make a change, that means if the field didn't move, didn't change, you don't need to do it again. So pretty much, let's say you changed here something, right? And so that's a good thing also. This is the insert for the font set. And that here, that for you insert the embedding for single record. Okay? So let me delete this. Yeah. Yeah, I can keep this. Just I will do this. So you insert embedding for one record. not for the font set. This is for the font set, right? So I need the account name here, which is my AI account name. I need my model, right? And targets, the input is this. And the target is this, right? So you insert embedding for one record, right? So you don't have to do that for, right? And do it again here. Repairs against the repairs embedding. And ding, ding, ding. This is the combined. Combined. Okay. So this is for one single record. So let's say here, right? So here, so let's do something here, right? Let's say I want to run this against this here, and I'm going to look for, right? This. You put this extremely similar. Why? Because I search for that. The text I use to search match exactly what inside this, right? Correct? But if I change this, I change the brand, and I put one that didn't exist in my, no, it exists here. But one which didn't exist here, for sure, this doesn't exist. I'll let you check online what Maybach is. Okay, so, and it's Maybach, not Maybach. Okay, so I'm putting this. So the brand changed, right? But my index now is wrong because my index has been created with a car named Toyota. Now the brand has changed. So I need to update the index, the vector, the embedded vector for that record only, right? So you run this script. You change, because if you, so you change, you update the vector for that only record, because you don't need to do all the records. Why? You change just one record, the brand. So you do this. So now my my index has been updated, right? Correct? So
Yes.
let's run again this search, because I update the embedding index for that record. And if I do it again using this Maybach, it should say extremely similar as well, because the index which is here now has been updated with a new brand. And it say near duplicate. Okay, it changed a little bit. I don't know why, but if I look for Maybach here in the search, that the only record with that brand. Let's see if I unsort everything, to make sure that I'm not faking anything, right? It's unsorted. If I look for Maybach here, I should get this on top. Buff. That's a proof, right? That you update this. So use this when you want to update a wall. Let's say you just imported records and you want to generate the index, right? The vectors from the imported records. So you run the insert embedded in found set. Or I don't know, you just replaced a calc. You just replaced, you did a like a replace, replace content, whatever. Okay, and you want to update a found set, you use this insert embedded in found set. But if you just edit a record and it happened to you change or you update, you edit a field that is part of what you want to run semantic search find, right? Well, you run this, you have like a on trigger, on record commit or on record on object save, whatever. And you run this only for one record, right? Not all the records. And you don't need to do that every time you do a semantics find. You don't need to run this. You run this when you did changed into the fields, right? Otherwise, it doesn't need. It can be used and reused and reused. Right? Okay, so here we have some stuff here. Yeah, you need to track changes in the fields used to embed, to redo. Yeah, of the best way is to, let's say you have a field here, right? Yeah, let's say those three fields are the one you use, well, you put like a trigger on object save and this one, right? So if you change again this with Lamborghini, which I'm the, so Lamborghini, yeah. So this is how you spell it. You can check online. Actually, my father was a friend of the creator of the Lamborghini. His name was Ferruccio, and he started doing like like a farm machine, like you say, like the tractors for the farm. So, and so I changed the brand to Lamborghini. If I validate this, right? Oh, let's do an actual change here. If I click outside, poof, on object save, insert embedded for that record, right? That's it. It's done, right? Because I have a script trigger. That's it. You don't need to track changes, just you put, if it's very important, or you can do like you run once a day, the new record created today, right? Whatever, Yeah, Ferruccio. Um, okay, so uh, I'm going to send you this file.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Oh yeah, because I need to do I need to do something like this, because I'm not doing perform find. I need to do this to get something because I don't want to leave the file like this. Okay. Actually, I will do this. and this. So I will give you, uh, actually, I will. No, the best it would be like Chevrolet because, but anyway, do whatever you want. No question on YouTube, whatever.
Nope, I think we're good at the moment.
Oh,
So
yeah, this
I
file is good now. It's good. Yeah, I need to pull out. Oh my, I need to pull out my
your API keys?
yeah, you know,
Yes, we'll do that and then hand that over and I'll get it shared probably tomorrow.
yeah. Actually, we can. Actually, I will do. Let me do something here. Let me go there and where is the? Uh, I want to do a test because they have a new. You can do the. I want to try this. Yeah. So because we have on 5.1, right? That's a 5.1 or that's an update on ChatGPT. So this is a good way, to put your API key because you copy your key, it's there, I copy it, right? I show you a part of it, it's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you paste it, right? Poof, it's there, but you don't see it. And you can copy it. If you copy it, it's going away. Oh no, it's there. Oh no, because I have nothing. Because I copy nothing. If I copy this, I copy this. You see, is it coming? No, it's not. When you copy something here, you copy nothing. The copy is not there. See? You can copy from this. You can copy from here, right? But from here, even if you select all, you can copy from the concealed, right? So let me send you. So you need to go there, and then you need to go there. Start here. Go to layouts. And you need to go there. Okay. Look. Start here. Make it pretty. Oh, yeah. Here you had some semantic find stuff, you know, thing you can search for, right? That I was tinkering with this a little bit, you know. So you search for this, for example, right? So I can do that, something like this, you know. Um, so you search for this in this one. Poof. Invalid AI requests. Ooh, why? Why? Maybe because he didn't like. Oh, yeah. Uh, I I I threw away my key here. So let me check if that's the case. Okay. Yeah, it was. So see, if you don't have the key, it won't work, right? So I run again the issues, loosely related. See, so it's okay. I will let you. It works. I want to make sure that thing were in order. But of course, you need to, you know, you need to put this here, right? So here, visually, how you do when you want to make sure that people will feel this, right? You go to the here, okay, here,
Yes.
API mandatory, and you go there in the style,
Mm-hmm.
you select placeholder and the text
Oh, I didn't
color,
realize you could change that text color.
yeah, and of the placeholder.
Huh. Did not know that.
Okay, yeah, but that's why I'm showing you. I knew that. So that the advantage is now this is red, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that the placeholder is red, you know, not the text. So you can come, copy your stuff, paste, boom. But now it's the mandatory is red, so it catch more on your eyes, right?
There we go. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Nick. Send that file to me, please.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for
And
coming.
so next week, Lisa?
No, not next week. Week after next week.
No, next week so in December now.
Yes,
No,
I will.
not December.
It
Almost,
will be
almost.
December, I think. Well, maybe the 30th.
No, yeah, it will be like so next week. Yeah, it will be the 1st of December.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Thank you, Nick, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
No.